thanks for joining me here. My name's Amanda and this is Moonlight Messenger. So today's reading is for Gemini. So let's just jump right on into it. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get your first card up. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of hard work going into the scenes here, covered by an obstacle of the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands represents a burden of the spirit that needs to be completed and let go and released. So surrendering that hard work, surrendering that energy that has been put into it at this point so that you can move forward, whether you have a payout or not. Sometimes in the highest point, temperance is required, and that's exactly what you'll need to get by on this. There will be a point that you'll need inspiration to continue on, and that is when you can call on your higher power, your inner spirituality to keep you thriving, to keep you moving forward, to keep you in line with this burden and in line with releasing this burden. Below you is the Four of Pentacles. So there truly is an issue here with letting something go and surrendering to what that next phase of your life is supposed to be. In the past, the High Priestess comes up for you, and this card represents a lot of duality and spirituality, and not necessarily a religious aspect as much as a mystery of our own individual spirit. I always say that God knows us so intimately that you can't compare one spirit to another. One person's spirit is so unique, and it is just like a snowflake. So unique, and only God knows every little detail about it. And that is the mystery of the High Priestess, that she is all-knowing. And it's not necessarily she is all-knowing. She has found that spirituality that leads her to wisdom. And that's what that representation is of letting go to God. I mean, a higher power, whatever it is that you believe in, it's letting go and releasing that does not serve you. It's really simple. It doesn't have to be complicated as religion. It's just as complicated as spiritual burden, okay? So in the future, you have a new beginning, a new perspective, an Ace of Swords. The way of looking at life can be brand new, renewed, different. And in the current moment, you have the World. So the World is really about restoring balance to who you are and what world you're living in. And the moment to act here, you have the Nine of Swords. There is something in your life that you would like to attain, that you're trying to get a grip on it, and it's an intellectual concept. I feel like you might be losing sleep. You might feel bound by this concept that you're just on the brink of awareness for it. It's like it's an awakening for you, Gemini. You're having like a loss of sleep, and you're in your hopes of, and fear's position. You have fear itself, the devil. And every time this card pops up, I want to remind you, fear is a liar, and it's true. When you have fears, what this is relating to is the ruling of spirituality, the duality that we face as a spiritual being stuck in a body that has to connect with other people that are also stuck as a spirit inside of a body. And it's very matrix-like. It's very consuming, and it does require quite a bit of inspired patience, temperance, perseverance, and it can entice quite a bit of fear. So beware of not letting in these fears. As your advice card comes up, the Hierophant. So look to these structures for guidance. Look to whatever you were drawn to at your most spiritual peak. This is the good time to come back to your original settings and find who you are within the realms of your own unique spirituality. This Hierophant leads us to find who we are within the parameters and the structures of this life. It guides us through marriage, religion, law, money, jobs. There's a lot of contractual agreements that are involved in the Hierophant, and the existence of the Hierophant is there to create a realm of guidance within our social structure. So law and order, essentially. The question here is asking how to establish this renewal with the earth, this releasing with the Ten of Wands. How to establish this surrender of this renewal, this confidence. It's important to surrender the battle in order to achieve the confidence that you have deserved all along from that hard work that doesn't necessarily come to fruition every time. But it will come to fruition through confidence, through trust, through faith. This will come to fruition, and it's important on your end of the deal, on this deal, to let go. Congratulate yourself on your own hard work, honestly, truly, regardless of who thinks what about your success. Because ultimately, that's how we truly let go, is by releasing ourselves of our worries and our concerns. And sometimes in this situation, which I'm leading up to here, is sometimes we need help letting go. Sometimes it's important for us to call out to higher than ourselves in order to let go of something that haunts us in the night, or that causes us to lose our peace, that we cannot perceive peace on our own. It's in the absence of the darkness that we find peace. And this is absolutely within the darkness here, absolutely not seeing peace, not seeing the light of the current moment, right now in this moment. Maybe not in the daylight is it such a haunting feeling, but in the moment that it is, it's important to take action of releasing, to renew, and to revive your confidence in the ways of how you think. So in other words, on a moment-to-moment basis, it's important to see that is your opportunity to let go. When your mind is reeling and you're being haunted by what you know and what's coming into your new awareness, this is the opportunity, one moment at a time, to let go of those things that truly hold you down and cause you to believe that you are not doing as well as you ought to be. And that's just too bad, because the High Priestess of the past wants us to see that this is an opportunity to find your spirituality and to find an opportunity for the future of a new beginning, and slashing at the simultaneous moment everything that had ever been imposed upon you within these guidelines. It's time to create your new opinions, your actual fresh perspective of your own unique brand, what is true to your soul in this new beginning of your mind and your intellect. In the Hierophant's guidelines, we see what we're working with. We all understand how broad and how complicated religion can be, and how broad and how complicated a career can be, and creating this for a future and a whole lifetime. It's just as complicated and broad in a committed marriage, or in building goals and intention. This question is coming up because it's hard for you to let go of the ways that you were once comfortable and stable, and you're currently probably very comfortable and stable, and the inspiration hasn't become required of you to let go. And that's unfortunate, because when we press back against the desires of the universe, we actually are testing the limits to which we are going to cross into that next growth spurt. So we're resisting. You're resisting in this matter, Gemini. This is a big let go kind of a reading. The only way that you'll have that restored balance is by letting go. The only way that you'll find this restored balance within the world is by letting go of all those things that do not serve you. Why? Because these inspirations lead you to a place where you actually don't need to be just holding on for dear life to the littlest pieces that you have and holding on out of fear. You do not want to be holding on to stability out of fear of self-doubt. This is self-doubt. You need inspiration to believe in yourself, and it's so common. Gemini, you know at the same time that you can do this. You've been spiritually awakened in the past. You've had this ability to see who you truly are deeper on a level that some can't perceive. And it has enticed a new beginning in the ways of your thoughts. This is something that you're truly ready for, a new beginning, and to create your own new perspectives within the parameters of the Hierophant. So I wish you very well, and thank you so much for all the likes, all of the comments, and subscribing above all. I thank you all so much for joining my community. I can't wait to see you next month, and I hope you have a wonderful August. Thank you. Bye.